Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Dub Gaming. It's your boy Dub. All right, today we're going to be talking about resource management, prioritization, and goal setting. That's what this game's all about. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through a re-roll, maybe two for the next hour, up until reset, and then we're going to be going over to my main. Actually, I'm going to take like an hour break after that, because if you can see, we're having a championship bracket challenge this week. So at reset tonight, I'm going to have to put together our brackets because the stage will be set for this tournament. What it is I'm going to put together these brackets and send them out. You guys are going to pick them. You're going to comment on the championship bracket challenge video with your picks. And whoever gets the most points wins. Whoever has the most correct answers to the who can never predict, the most winners in championship. They're gonna get the prize. And so keep in mind that you can only pick one division and there's only one submission per player. All right. So let's keep it fair and let's have some fun. All right. So, talking about re-rolls, first thing I've got to do is I've got to go and adjust my email so I can get back onto the newest server. You always want to roll on the newest server. You can see I've got my Dub Gaming email here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit register again. And I'm going to use the same email, but I'm going to change the capitalization of it so that, you can still use the same email. You can reuse the same email, but you just change the capitalization. So now I have to find my phone so I can get this verification code. It's going to send me a code to my email. There it is. And we're going to put it in 633-5401. What's up, Ione Lucian Todose 5193? And Mindless Fountain, what's up, man? Alright, let me turn it down. Let me finish this real quick. That's not what we want to do. Hey, what's up, Crissetti? And good evening to you, my friend. Is the volume alright, or does it need to go down? Alright, perfect. I can never tell, man, because I never test it. I just try to keep the same settings. Oh, alright, that's Soul Survivor. Alright. Here for the re-roll. What's up, Zico? Hey, we already knew that already, though, Crissetti. We already knew that he's nuts, but hey, we're all a little bit nuts, right? Alright, so we're getting into this re-roll. I'm just going to kind of click through it because if any of you guys are, you played through the game a little bit and you're doing a re-roll yourselves, you already know that this is just clicking through and going through the motions. So I really just want to start off, talking to you about my thoughts on this game, and if you're wanting to be like a competitive player at some point, how you should really play. So keep in mind that this is a gacha game, right? So you're going to be, as a free-to-play player, you're basically, your progression is at the mercy of the developer's pace, the pace that they set for you. So you have to kind of like manage your expectations on your progression. It's going to be slow, and the devs are going to tempt you to spend your premium resource, these green diamonds and these purple miracle runes. They're going to tempt you to spend those at every opportunity they can, because that's the only way that you can get the limited time event characters, which are commonly referred to as LTE characters. The LTE characters are the most powerful characters in the game, and you will really set yourself up for success by obtaining one of those at exclusive level 3. So exclusive level 3 means that you end up getting 4 copies of the character through their Miracle Wish banner. Their exclusives can only be upgraded with copies of the hero. So they come in one time on their Miracle Wish banner, and then we won't see them again for a year. So it's very important that you save your resources in order to obtain this limited time event hero on the first go round, or else you're going to either have to spend money to obtain more copies of them, or you're going to have to wait a year. So if we kind of look at this LTE schedule, the idea is we're probably about right here, halfway to the Chinese New Year LTE. And if we're starting right here an account, you do not have the time it takes to get to Chinese New Year and have enough miracles to get that character at E3. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to skip Chinese New Year, save all of your diamonds, save all of your miracle runes, get miracle runes from every place that you can, and save for this Spring Festival LT, which will come out in like April. So essentially, you're starting this game, you're getting some cool characters, and then all of a sudden you just have to stop. You just have to stop using your resources and expanding your roster. Probably about after 2 or 3 weeks, you just flat out you don't pull anymore. Because as you can see, we're having an Apsara rerun this week. So she was released last year for Chinese New Year, and then we're having a Nicolith rerun after that. So when you're saving for both an LTE rerun and a brand new LTE, you're essentially catching up with the old meta as well as catching up with the new meta. So you want to skip this Chinese New Year if you're starting right now and shoot for this Spring Festival, saving, basically all of your miracles and all of your diamonds. There's some niche circumstances where it's okay to spend diamonds, but for the most part, you're spending the bulk of them on miracle runes. And then you're wanting to save for the LTE reruns with your excellence and your supremes. You're skipping random banners. You can pull 150 during the month, 100 during Gift of Heaven, and 50 of these excellence during 2 times legendary. That way you get your pity pool, you get a legendary, you get a double legendary. But you save the yellow ones at all costs. Those are very valuable. They're probably the 3rd or 4th most valuable resource in the game. So just hang on to them. Use those for your reruns. And again, skip this Chinese New Year and shoot for the Spring Festival. You're going to want 1,800 miracle runes by Spring Festival, and that's a tall order. So you have to manage your resources appropriately. All right, let me check the chat real quick. Oh, you used all your gems on energy? Yeah, you're mindless for sure. I mean, it's okay to get like that 40 gem energy every once in a while, just to like buff up your storage or whatever. But I really wouldn't use diamonds on much else other than miracles. Well, see, Soul Survivor, as it's going to take you about 14 months to get to, if you look at the schedule, like once you get on this path, you're going to start getting every single LTE E3 when they release, and you're going to be getting each one of the old LTEs at E3. So it's going to take you a year, at least a year, probably more like 14 months to catch up to meta in this way. But over time, as you save more and you earn more, you'll be able to start pulling for a copy of a new regular legendary in between LTEs, and then using like Dragon Eyes to get them to E3. But as you start the game, as you're catching up with meta, you really just have to focus on getting those E3 LTEs as a free to play player. As a spender, I mean, they can catch up fairly quickly. It still takes them a little bit of time because there's limited offers, but they're buying the newest LTE characters, the newest legendaries, and for a free to play, it just takes time to build. Think of it like like an MMO, like WoW or something like that. I don't expect to start a game like that and just be in the end game immediately. It's going to take me like 8-10 months to even scratch the surface of it. So I mean, this is essentially the same thing as that. It's just a different style of game. You know. No, I would not recommend you skipping the GOH event. If we look at this graphic right here, you see, I'm recommending you use 100 of your excellent runes during Gift of Heaven. That way you end up getting that Dragon Eye after a few months. You'll end up getting that Dragon Eye. And after a certain period of time as well, you're going to have excess excellent runes and supreme runes. And then you can invest more into Gift of Heaven. To start, though, you just want to reduce pity during Gift of Heaven by about 100 excellence. And then you want to use the remaining during 2 times legendary to get a chance at decent newer heroes. But that's basically the only time during the month that you're using any wishes, any of the excellence or supremes. Other than that, you're just using those refined to build up fodder. Sorry, just looking back through the chat, guys. I'm going to have those graphics pulled up. I can't really see what you're saying. Alright. Oh, where'd my other graphic go? It disappeared. Let's get it back up. Oh, I closed out of it like a jerk. Now we're cooking. Alright, that's better. Alright, so I think we're through the campaign now. So I'm going to just follow this tutorial until it lets me back out. So this is your beginner wish. It's always either Santa or Luz, and they're both really mediocre. You can take them to level 100, but I wouldn't awaken them or anything. You can push to chapter 6 and the beginner campaign if you take them to level 100, but don't awaken them or anything like that because they're pretty bad. So now that I completed chapter 1, I can back out of here. And again, real quick, I want to talk to you. I want to start talking about your number one priority, your number one goal. I'm sure all of you guys are already on here, but the number one thing that you can do for yourself that's going to make this game more enjoyable is to go and join Discord, which right here, just copy the link and go into Discord. It pops it up for you. And what you're going to do when you come into Discord is you're going to find the ZHO7 bot in here. You're going to message them with that link that you copied. Make sure that you're allowing direct messages from members who share a server, and you're going to paste that code in here, and you're going to get a little bit of a reward back from them. But the official Discord is a great place to come and get advice and find people with a like mind that enjoy the game just as much as you do, who like to play the game as much as you do. Community is very important when you play a game like this. People there can, not only help you progress, but can also help you achieve your goals and help you work towards your goals. So I highly recommend getting on Discord, not only because this is a very difficult game to master, but because you can find people who enjoy the same things as you do, and you can enjoy them together. So that's my spiel. Real quick, if you do join Discord, bam! Yeah, I like this one. So on Discord, we have our moderators. They are purple. That is Zento, Oldrich, Deepu, Biddy, and Hexa. And then there are the official mentors, Bugatsa, Julian, and yours truly, Dub underscore. Please only direct message us about like violations of the server rules, or if we ask you specifically to direct message us. We get a lot of requests from people for roster advice and everything. So just please limit the your questions to within the main Discord. Plus, it's guaranteed that there are other members that are going to have the same question as you. Just pose your question, and one of the mentors will get to you when they're available. If not, there are plenty of other members out there that are willing to help. I know members like Phantom and Fishy. I mean, they have great knowledge. There's a bunch out there that are willing to help. I can't name them all. Anyways, we have our official content creators, InView, Upal, and Fredo, as well as our terrific community managers, Doris and Elia. And then we have our hero bot devs, Iteron and Ghostu. Is that Ghostu or Ghosto? I don't know how to pronounce it. Huh. And then I highly recommend seeking out a community outside of the official Discord as well. The three major communities I know of are Bloodlust, Mystic Phoenix, and Bushido. All three, they compete competitively in the end game, but they also have, spaces for newer players as well. I'm sure there's plenty of more guilds out there or communities out there. I'm just not aware of them. And if you would like to have your guild or community listed here on this graphic, just let me know. Just let me know, and I'll be sure to add you guys on here. All right. So let's get back to the reroll. What am I doing here? All right. Yeah, we went through Discords, and now we're going to enter our redeem codes, guys. And there's one I forgot to put on here, so we're going to go ahead and do that first. The most recent expiring code is Nikos Legendary 3. That is Nikos from Bloodlust. He won the Legendary Championship 3 times in a row. Congratulations, Nikos, and I appreciate whatever rewards are in my inbox right now. And let's go ahead and do the other expiring. Let's see. One of these is probably already expired. It probably got replaced by the Nikos one. Maybe not. Maybe we get all three at the same time right now. Excellent. We did. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright guys, if you have questions for me and I miss them, just read them out again until I answer them. I don't have a moderator on here, so I'm trying to multitask. Mindless, where are you at in the game right now? If you're struggling with energy so bad, you really shouldn't have an issue with it unless you're just over farming and you're not being efficient with your energy. It's really a precious resource, so you've got to be smart about how you use it. Yeah, I've never had an issue running out of campaign energy early game. Let me show you another one of these graphics. I'm not sure if you've seen it or not. Let's see. So pretty much an early game, once you're gonna go. Your first goal is to complete your first short-term goal is really to complete Hill 12-10, and after that, your main focus is going to be like Tower of Mark, because you're wanting to get these Einerjar crystals to unlock Nordak and Tellus. Those are the first like big free-to-play characters that you're going to get on your account that you're guaranteed to get. And they're going to help you push dungeons. Like Nordak will help you in the Nibble Nungan dungeons, and Tellus will help you both in those as well as like PvP. But as you're focusing, past post Hell 12-10, Tower of Mark, and then with your campaign energy, you're really going to be focused on the dungeon events. That we have rotating events. I think we get like 4 monthly or something like that, and you're going to want to alternate going one on, one off. So essentially you're going to utilize your campaign energy storage, which is typically, I don't have it unlocked yet, but you click this little storage, this lightning bolt up here, and you'll be able to store up to 8,000 campaign energy. So once you store that energy, and then you just keep on storing up whatever other energy you have, you dump it all into a single dungeon event, like the triple equipment drop. You just farm the crap out of rum in order to get more HP gear and speed gear to craft feather sets. Or if you need more of your artifacts, like your faction artifacts, you'll use all of that energy to farm Marius. And then you'll take a week off to reset your stores, to restock up on your campaign energy. And then always make sure that when you're getting your emblems, that you're doing it during the emblem events, the Altar of War, I forget what it is, 2 times event or whatever. If you don't, then it's going to cost a lot of energy. I mean, I get it. Sometimes you have to do it to like fully gear up your character, fully power them up. But it costs a lot of campaign energy, and that's campaign energy you could be using during those dungeon farming events to get higher rank rewards and get more Einerjar crystals and stuff like that. No, you don't have to take a week off, man. What I do when I was like hardcore re-rolling is I would get a decent roll, and I would play it until I got roadblocked by something. Usually towards the end of the first week, you just don't have shit to do. And then when I would just play it, I would crank out my dailies in like 30 minutes, and then I'd re-roll again. And then I'd re-roll again, do the same thing, play it up until I got roadblocked, and then I'd log on to that other account that I'd re-rolled on, and I'd do my dailies for 30 minutes until I got a better account, until I got more comfortable with the game and understood the mechanics. I understood, hey, this is how I'm supposed to be farming, this is how I'm supposed to be using my resources. And then finally, you'll get a re-roll where you get like 3 or 4 like really good heroes. And you're like, man, I know what I'm doing now. And I've got these good heroes, and I'm free to play. So I can use these 4 to progress and push content for a while. And the game's going to be fun. And I'm not going to have some crappy heroes that I'm trying to push content with. So the reroll is really key, because after the first 2 weeks, you're not going to be like using any of your any of your runes to expand your roster. So get like 2 or 3 or 4 good heroes. Don't really settle on a mediocre roll, because even though you're not technically progressing in the game by re-rolling, you're still learning. You're still learning game mechanics. You're learning how characters go together. You're learning about the overall flow of resources and just everything, So just keep playing. Keep playing. Keep asking questions. People are here to help you. Yeah, what's up, Pitiful? Welcome, buddy. I know you've been looking forward to this today. I'm like I told these guys, I'm gonna take a break at reset at about 9 o'clock, so you guys can get like your dailies in and stuff. And I'm gonna take a break so I can put together the championship bracket challenge that I know everybody's super excited about. I'm gonna once the names are locked in tonight for the first round. I'm gonna get those brackets out to you guys to fill out. Make sure you get them in before tomorrow's reset. If you get them in late, the first round will not be counted. Okay? And that goes. You can make a late submission. I don't care. It's just that any round that's already been settled's not gonna count for you. All right. So we're gonna guess. We're gonna predict the entire outcome of a single division. It doesn't matter what division that you're actually in with your character. I mean, you could be a brand new player and you could try to predict Apex if you wanted to. I don't care. But the main thing is that you only pick one division and you make one submission. The winner is going to be the person who has the most points. So you get the most correct guesses, you earn the most points. And there's going to be 6 total winners. That's going to be one winner per division. And they're going to get $25 worth of vouchers. 25! And then anybody who gets a perfect bracket, that means they guess every single winner throughout every single round. They're going to get an extra $50 worth of brackets. So if you want to know more, if you want to know how to participate, go check out the video that I posted yesterday. I kind of walked through it. Just go give it a like, give it a view, and give me a subscribe. Yeah, I want to see it, Bill. I want to see what you got. You were talking smack to me during my last championship series because I led you wrong a couple times in trial division. But trial division's like the Wild West, man. You can't guess that. You don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, I wanted to get this re-roll in because I've been promising Fishy that I was going to do it, and it's late. It's late for him if I wait until reset. So I wanted to try to get this in a little bit early. If I do another stream, I'm going to try to do it a few hours earlier than this too, because I know we got some EU guys out there, and it's super late for them to be trying to watch this. So I'm going to try to do it. I don't know, probably about 5 or 6 my time tomorrow, so that'll be I can't do math right now, like 10 p.m. GMT or something like that. Alright, so we're getting through the second chapter. So I haven't pulled another legendary yet because I wanted to get through the second chapter to get into the main wish pool. I'm not sure if pre-chapter 2 is like just the beginner wish pool, but I just feel more comfortable playing all the way until you definitely are in like the main wish pool. Alright guys, so going back to talking about long-term goals and short-term versus short-term gains. Alright, so if you look at this graphic right here, your long-term goals are the number one goal after you join Discord, the actual in-game goal, is you want to get E3 new LTEs, and that's through getting these diamonds and getting these runes. Your next goal is to get the old LTEs through the reruns with these other runes. You may be tempted to buy campaign energy, mindless, XP potions or dragon eggs using, your diamonds or whatever. And you just don't want to sacrifice your long-term goals for your short-term gains. Same with pulling for new legendary heroes or an LTE when you can't E3 them. It's not worth just getting 1 copy or 2 copies of them or 3 copies of them. Like, you have to plan for that E3. That's what's gonna set your account off and get you on the path to end game, the path to pushing content, the path to just having a better time. If you don't,
you just kind of end up being mediocre for, I don't know, I'm going to guess that it takes you upwards of 2.5 years to, if ever, to get to meta if you're pulling inefficiently and not shooting for those brand new most powerful heroes at their required exclusive. I think 14 months is a reasonable estimate for a free to play player, and I think it makes sense. You know, you just gotta be smart with it, even if it, you just manage your expectations when it comes to how fast you're gonna progress. The re-rolling's fun. Don't get me wrong, it is, but the real enjoyment comes from getting the long-term account progression. And so, after 4 months of saving for an LTE, getting them and then watching your account just start to blossom, it's really satisfying. It really is. Any guys got any questions or anything for me? We're just about getting ready for our first legendary pool. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get something good. I'm ready to test my theories and my methods. I've done all the math. I don't know if y'all, or not all of it, but I've done most of the math. I don't know if you saw it. I must have closed out the other one, but I accidentally flashed up my my resource management calculator. He's here for the pulls. I don't blame you. Let's see how much you got. All right, let's go ahead and get our first one in. You think I'm gonna get Morcus first? All right, let's go. Let's see what we got. What we got. Give me some good epics too, man. Epics are underrated. I like that Dragon Tribe dude. He's pretty solid too once you get some exclusives on him. Let's see. Let's see. Ah, Valentine. Oh well. He used to be really good when the game first came out. He was like OP. I played for like a month when the game first came out, and I just remember he would like smoke everybody with that single target damage. Alright, so now I'm going to spend a few minutes collecting so we can pull again. Yeah, it's all good. We might have to just roll another one. Shoot, we might not have time to roll another one once I collect everything. Let's try to get a second pull. Yeah, I really want to get a good reroll so that I can keep playing and stick with one. I had a good one, but I didn't accidentally. I had started it on the same account as my main, and my plan is to play that account for 4 months, get a brand new E3 LTE, and then give it away to somebody with maybe a little bit of extra on the account too, if you know what I mean. But I really want to get this fresh start. Hold on a second, I gotta cough, clear my throat. I really want to start off right. I'm just not dedicating a ton of time to re-rolling right now like some of you can. I know when I was re-rolling, like trying to get my account started, I was rolling, I don't know, 3 or 4 accounts a day until I finally got a couple that I liked. And then I played 3 accounts for about a month and a half, or about a month actually. I played 3 accounts at the same time for about a month, and then I dropped one, and I kept playing 2 accounts for another 2 months. So I played multiple accounts for about 3 months until I finally decided on one and stuck with it. And so that just goes to show. I mean, it just depends on how you want to do this, how you want to play. I was kind of hardcore about it. By the way, this isn't a bad use of some gems for a starting account. You get all these XP potions, which are really limited, and then you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 excellent runes, all for 500 diamonds. So if you look at the opportunity cost there, I mean, first of all, excellence in here for 11 is 1200 gems, so there's value already there. But then you're also giving up 3 miracle runes. But I think the value's there, especially early in the game, to do that one. So that's when, I mentioned earlier there's niche circumstances that it makes sense to spend your diamonds. So I'm gonna buy that one because it's really good value, and you need these in the first 7 days that you're playing anyways. So definitely I'd go for that one. Well, Corsetti, man, you're an old soul, man. You're stuck in your ways. You're no, I admire your perseverance if you're just willing to grind it out just on one account and never really jump started or anything like that. I guess you did eventually jump start your account, but oh man, just collecting some freebies. There will be some free stuff. I definitely, even if you're free to play, always come up here and check these special packs on like the Monday reset and the Friday reset, because there will be like some free, and for you spenders, there's a lot of these that are good value like that. You basically double your money right there and get a lot of free stuff because these vouchers are worth $1. But there's these free deals in here that'll pop up occasionally, so you can come in here and claim these. They first pop up after you clear Chapter 2, and then more will pop up after you clear Chapter 6. And then you just want to check it occasionally during the 2 weekly resets. That's what I call them, because that's when more packs are offered. And, check those and get whatever freebies are out there. I don't think you get any excellence from here, so I don't know. I'm just gonna pull it all. I'll still get some achievements from like gear and people and crap. So I'll bring Valentine as high as I can. So I'm just collecting all these rewards right now to try to get another legendary. The first one costs 50 excellence and the second one costs 100 for a total of 150. So it's basically a double legendary. Your first 2 pulls is essentially double legendary. Clickety, 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 clickety. Alright. What else I gotta do, guys? I gotta craft some dudes for sure. Anybody want to keep? Nah, they all trash. Not trash, but they're not ones that I want, so. So I'm gonna level up these boots to 16. You get a huge speed boost by bringing up your boots, so it's always recommended to enhance those first. And then when you get the faction artifacts, you really only want ones that have speed as the main stat on them. Speed is king in this game in like 95% of content, so you want speed all the time where you can get it. And that's a generalization, of course. There's some builds that don't necessarily want speed, but in general, speed is king. Beginner challenges. Let's go. Come on. All the clickety clickety clacketing in here. Oh, okay. Got 63. Ooh, maybe we'll get an early pity, guys. If not, we'll have to play some more. Nope. I got Mackin and Wim. Alright. Alright. Let's go collect some more rewards. And then pull some more. And then keep playing because I'm not going to get an early pity. And I ain't going to use my diamonds just in case I get something good on getting excellence. Alright. What else I got left? Still clicking. Come back. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the Supremes too. Uno, dos. What's up, Anton? He's pretty good. And Olivia, the unicorn lady that lives in the sea. What you got, Ursat? Can you tell me how to push Tower Mark and Faction Abyss after clearing 12-10 Hell? The only hero is well built are Kalana E2, Mercado E1, and Kadrian, and that's all. So do you still have your free regressions? If you plan it out properly, you can use those free regressions to bring up some of the heroes that we consider trash to push those factions in Tower of Mark. Not those factions, but you can push the different Towers of Mark by utilizing those regressions, bringing up specific characters, and then regressing them again and bringing up other heroes. But you have to plan it out so that you have enough resources left over to bring back up your original heroes. Does that make sense? Alright, I'm going to have to push to like chapter 6 or so to get enough rewards to pull another one, I think. Maybe not that far, but I got to push a little bit further. Yeah, Ursat, let me know if that didn't make sense, because some of it just takes time too. I mean, whenever I reroll, I don't really do the free regression stuff. I mean, I might bring somebody up to push a little bit of content and then regress them if I pull somebody better, but I don't really mess around with maximizing the free regressions or anything. Well, yeah, that is true too. He's got Kalana, so he's got some support. Do you have like Wim or anybody that gives shields? Like, if you finished 12-10, then you should have Catherine. And if you're pushing in some of these events, like the dungeon events, and maybe a little bit in the mini games, you should be getting a decent Einerjar crystal income. You should be able to get your first mythic hero within the first week of playing. Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes the first week or so, because you're streamlining, you're building tall is what you're doing. You're building you're building your roster tall while you're pulling to widen it some. So you end up, being kind of skewed. There's that point in the game where you've brought up your strong heroes, and now you've got to like supplement them with like some weaker heroes that have the right skills to complement your team. Yep, so she should probably be the next one that you bring up. You might even want to consider regressing like Cadrian or Emercado for now, just to bring Liz up and get more shields. But Cadrian is a very powerful character, so if you regressed him to bring Liz up, or to bring Nordak up, or to bring like Tellus up, that would be fine. Just bring up one of those heroes that can provide you some more sustainability, and then bring that attacker back up once you have more resources for them. Oh shoot! I just about spilled my sun-kissed everywhere, guys. That would have been a disaster. No, mindless. You get the mythics through the Einer Jar crystals. So if you look at some of the events going on, and you look at like the rank rewards and at the milestone rewards and stuff, there's going to be some Einer Jar crystals in there. And like the higher that you rank in those events, the more that you earn. So if you're placing, fairly decently, like top 50, in those events, you end up getting your first mythic in like the first week. On this past reroll that I did, I was playing very casually on it, and I got my first one in 6 days. I was very surprised. I remember it taking me like a month the first time that I played. But that just goes to show, like, once you play and you get more experienced and like the flow of the game, like, that stuff starts coming naturally to you. Because when I first started playing, I didn't really pay attention to any of that stuff. I was just like, hey, I'm coming in here and I'm smashing buttons and I'm having a good time because I got some cool heroes and stuff. But then you peel back a layer to the onion and you're like, okay, well, this is actually a lot deeper than just being a really cool game. There's all these different like resource management elements to it and being strategic, and there's a lot more to it. Oh yeah, I mean you've been playing for 2 days, like, dude, you've got a great start on your account already, and it sounds like you're doing the right stuff. If you just keep working on one hero at a time, like, you don't even have to regress Cadrian right now. Like, just be patient, pull some refined rune stones, get some food, go to the resource store in the market, or the currency store in the market, and refresh it a couple times and buy out all the heroes and XP potions that are in there. I mean, your account's fine for 2 days, bro. Yes, Dan is gonna be in my 5v5. So after reset here in 10 minutes or so, I'm going to do the championship brackets, and I'm gonna send those out. I'm thinking it's probably gonna take me like an hour to put those together, but then I'm gonna log back on and I'm gonna stream some Dan at E2. I'm gonna take him into the bleed rifts, and we're going to take a look at, what sort of damage he does at E2. We're going to look for, that bleed passive that he has activating with some of the other characters, and see what sort of damage he does, because he's pretty nuts right now. So, at 9 o'clock Eastern, my time, we're going to take an hour break, and I'll be back at 10 o'clock Eastern. But first, let's keep on pushing this reroll so we can get that next legendary pull and see if this account's a keeper or not, or at least a keeper enough to take it to like the end of the next chapter. Because I think after this legendary, I won't get another one until, what is it, hard chapter 6 or something like that. And then after that, it's going to be a little bit no, then I'll get another one at the end of hard. I'm gaming, bro. I'm gaming. I can only go at the pace that the developer set for me, okay? I told you that already. No, I appreciate the spur to get a move on it, because sometimes I can get lost in talking. So, oh shoot, that got me chuckling, dude. All right, so here you see I'll come back in here, and there's going to be new ones in here that weren't there before. Luna, and I think there's one for Tellus and one for Sand Tables. There we go. Nice. Yeah, clear that hail. Clear that hail, and then it's gonna say, hey, you gotta wait a week for Purgatory to open. No, I'm kidding. There's some stuff, man, like, I try to tell people, the game doesn't open up, there's no point in, like, rushing the first week, because you end up hitting a roadblock early on. I forget what it is, but there's something, I think it's this one, the Cloister, doesn't open up until you hit, like, level 30, account level 30. So people rush to get through campaign and stuff. And I'm like, you can't even get Catherine until you hit level 30, bro. And that takes a little bit of time, or you just end up wasting resources trying to do that. So I just kind of take my time on rerolls, man, and enjoy it. I don't try to rush it. The anticipation, the anticipation. So I might be getting close now to my next one. Just need hell. 1210. Get it, son. I got faith in you. Oh, come on. Alright, now we can quickly dispatch them. Heck yeah. Oh no! Okay, we've got 27 more to go. Gosh darn. Alright, I'm going to have to go back and clear some of those planar disturbances and get a few more. And I might have to... Let me go ahead and clear through the end of Chapter 6. Man, my chair is so squeaky. I'm gonna have to get a new chair or something. I'll listen back at some of my videos and I'm like, just listen to that thing going squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Irritates me. Plus, I'm like a bigger dude, so it's hard for me to even keep a chair in good shape. I break them like immediately. This one I got from like Office Max. It was like the Shack line of chairs, and yeah, it's not great. I need to get an actual Shack, not. I need to get like an actual like office chair. All right. Dang. It says I'm not getting enough video. You guys might be experiencing some buffering, man. I apologize. Alright, doing this space temple should get me enough for the next one.
So yeah, these there's a bunch of these space temples as you progress through the campaign, and they are a great resource for some of your short-term resources down here. Are my guys dying? I'm gonna have to level them up and do this again. I forgot that it starts getting a little bit difficult after chapter 6. Yeah, it's because Valentine's a beast. Telling you, man, he used to be a rock star. You'd see him in arena, you'd be like, oh dang, I'm getting smoked. Now what am I doing, hero? Alright, that should go a little bit better now. Remove what? Remove Valentine? Alright, I'll take Valentine out of the next one. Pow. Yeah. Alright. Man, is rot. Is that how you say your name? Ursot? Is there any videos about resource management, like how to acquire gems until you hit E3 LT, kind of like that? Saw on Discord server that someone have 4K purple wishes. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to get diamonds and to get miracle wishes. I mean, for diamonds, some of your most your largest source of income for diamonds is going to come from guild boss, being able to 100% stage 6, stage 5, and stage 4 daily if you're buying the monthly card. If you're not, then you just do the stage 6 and stage 5 daily. That's one of the main sources of diamond income. And then progressing in Wuthering Coast, the weekly Wuthering Coast, that gives you a lot of diamonds. But then the PvP side is really where a lot of the miracle and diamond income comes from as well. So if you look at like Brave Trial, there's a large amount of miracle wishes and diamonds from that event. If you look at Guild Arena, a whole bunch of miracles from there. If you look at what are some of the other ones? There's one or two others. Championship has a bunch of miracles as a reward. So you see that PvP is really the focus of getting these premium resources, other than like Wuthering Coast and Guild Boss, and then there's one or two others. And then there's making sure that when there's 2 times Guild Boss, that you're maximizing your return. So as a free to play, you get 2 charges, but during 2 times Guild Boss, I recommend you buying a third, and we get Guild Boss 2 times Guild Boss probably twice or once a month. Shoot, that's not the right one. So if you look at, where'd you go? Oh, I think I closed it. Anyways, during 2 times Guild Boss, you want to buy an extra charge and do 100% on stage 4 as well. So let's see, we're only at 18. Alright guys, I'm going to be inefficient here because I want to get you guys another legendary pool. It won't kill my roster if I get a good one. Alright, hey, who do you guys got? Who do we see dropping here? I'm gonna say it is. I'm going for Gru. I always get Gru.
I feel like almost every single time it's Gru.
Either him or Taft. I get Taft a lot too.
And every time I just have to roll my eyes and say, oh my gosh.
All right, guys, here we go. It's reset, so I got to hop over and get my championship brackets for you guys. Tatron, that would be amazing. Oh, who we got? Hey, I'll keep playing this one, guys. I'll take McCarty. He is one of the better regular burn legendary DPS. He's actually one of the best for Luli. So I will definitely keep playing this one and see who else we get. But for now, guys, I'm going to take an hour break so that I can put together the championship brackets and you guys can, enter for a chance to win $25 in vouchers, potentially $75 in vouchers. All right? So come back in about an hour and check out the daily reset, man. That's essentially, I'm going to go through and do the dailies, check out some offers if any new ones dropped, and then we're going to check out Mont Dan. So come back in an hour. Check you later, guys. Take care.